Hello, everybody. It's time for another episode of Surviving Minecraft with me, Mason. And today we're going to tackle getting our own farm. So, last time we went to the village and we hijacked their farms because they weak. And we have some food now. But, unfortunately, we don't have a steady and flowing income of food. So, we're going to go ahead and try to fix that. So if I go outside here and we hop, hop, climb up here, and there's tons of space. See, I lucked out in that I chose coal. I'll have to go back and get that. Um, I chose a plains biome, and the reason for that is construction is a cinch with this. Um, you know, Pretty flat lands, especially over there. I noticed very flat, easy to build on. Not much you have to worry about except this tall grass here. But the problem is we don't have a lot of materials at the moment. So I'm going to put farming on hold for a little bit, and we might get to it later. But I'm going to show you how to gather resources in terms of stone and things like that. So first we're going to come over here, and I did notice there was some iron here. Must not have noticed that before. I don't know how I missed it. But I will definitely take it, and we'll get some of this coal too. And I hear a zombie friend in the background, so we will have to be mindful of that. We will have to be Minecraftful. Sorry. Alright, well, there's one way to go, and that's exploring in caves like this. But you see, this cave doesn't go very far, and there are just caves sprinkled around this landscape around us if we can find them. But in terms of gathering cobblestone, I might do it a little differently than other Minecrafters, but I'll show you my method. I'm a really big fan of shaft mining, and I do it a couple of different ways, and it kind of depends on what layer I'm at. So, as you can see here, we have these big walls, and we can actually branch out and make rooms with them. So what I'm thinking is we'll make another room dedicated to a shaft, and we'll do that in just a bit, but there's something I wanted to talk to you about. I don't know if you remembered the chest that we found last episode. Chest. So the chest yep, has a that one. Bunch of useful... well, we can make our own chests too, and we can put our own loot inside them. And as you can see, my inventory is getting a little bit too cramped for me. I don't like to have it like this. Some people will fill theirs up to the brim. I'll watch YouTube videos, and it bothers me to no end when I see that someone, they can't even put stuff in their inventory. So we're going to make a chest. So if you come over here into our handy dandy crafting table, it's got some stuff here, and we are just going to make a ring of wood. Okay? And when you do that, it'll make a chest. Now you can take this chest, we'll place it in our hotbar. Excuse me, thank you. And I don't know, we will put it right here. So this chest will enable us, with a right click, to store things that we don't necessarily need for the time being. So these birch saplings, we'll shift click them, and they'll go right up into this little slot here. We don't need the string right now, although we can go fishing later. That saddle is very important. I'm very excited for this. Let's see. We don't need all these oak saplings. This wheat can go in here. All this. So you see, like, I'm kind of, slowly just kind of going through all the stuff that I don't need. I'm just releasing that. This flint will come in handy later. Perfect. So now, I have a little bit more space. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and cook some iron. So you put your iron, and you just go sweep, and then you need some kind of source to fuel the iron. So you take the coal, and you place it there, and it starts heating up, just like the steak we did a couple episodes ago. Alright, so we have this. But now you can see there's about half of this inventory space is taken up. You can actually increase your chest size, and I'll show you how to do that. Super easy. First, you got to make sure you have enough wood. That should be just enough. Make another ring. Well, bam, chest. So you're like, where do I put this? You just put it right next to it, and it increases the size. Now, it is a double chest. That's right. So this, we'll have these scattered across, and we'll make a storage room. Eventually, we'll make a house, and we'll get out of this hole, and everything will be good. So we have all this worked out. I'm going to eat an apple. Very good. And I'm going to, since this is just nice in the middle, I'm just going to go ahead and do this here. So, now I am making the room. So the point of shaft mining is really for the acquisition of cobblestone. It honestly, to me, is not as efficient as cave exploration in terms of getting like goodies. And what I mean by goodies is like diamonds, coal, iron, that kind of thing. You will find it when you're shaft mining, but I don't know, it comes up kind of sparse when you're doing that, and I don't know if they're the algorithm that Mojang uses to generate the land and the caves. I believe that they they spawn the goodies in the caves more. So we're kind of making this room here 3 by 3, and you'll see what I'm doing, the purpose of this in a second. Alright, so we have this, and I would like to make a little door, because I feel nice and safe that way. So we're going to do that, and whoops, and we're going to make a door. Whoop, whoop, just like that. Perfect. Alright, you go and make your door, now nothing's going to come through. Perfect. Wow, that was weird. And now we're in this little hallway here. So I'm going to remind you once again, we are doing this so that way we can gather more cobblestone. The reason for that is because I'm a very fancy builder, and I'm excited because we're going to finally get to build a structure, and well, I want fancy materials and stuff like that. So we're going to use cobblestone for the farm, the wheat farm, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that and stuff like that later. But right now we just need to focus on getting it. And I'm also, this isn't particularly fun to watch, so I'm just going to show you the outline and kind of how you would go about doing this and its purpose and stuff like that, and then we'll get started. So you start off kind of going down. You just almost like you make your 3 by 3, except you bring it down one. Okay, so now we have that. Okay, nice 3 by 3. Then you just follow it once more. Okay, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Pretty easy, right? Just goes like that. If it happens to get dark, place a torch in the center, and you keep going. So off camera, I will go ahead and finish this. I will go down to rock bottom, to bedrock, and we'll do that. Oh, cave. All right. We stumbled upon a cave, so you see we've dug quite a while down here, and we've reached a cave here. You can actually check your layer if you go on your computer and you type in you press F3, pulls up this cool menu here, and up in the corners in the middle you can see X, Y, Z, and your Y tells you your depth. So we're on layer 25 right now, and if we go to layer, I think it's 16 and below, that's where we find diamonds. So we're a little bit above where I'd like to be, but I mean, exploring caves is pretty fun. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of press F3 to get out of this, and we'll see if we can like go around it a little bit. Open it up. You have to be so careful because if creepers are around, then, well, you might not be around for very much longer. So you can see we have some gold here. We can't actually mine this with our crummy stone pickaxe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way back up here and make some iron picks, and then we'll be able to come back and make some gold. So we're going back into the shafts, and it's a lot more fun coming down than it is coming up, I will say. So I will pull this in, and already you can see like all the stacks of cobblestone we have. So we are already pretty set in terms of farm construction, but I do want to check this out a little bit. Alright, so actually I don't want to use it just yet. I want to conserve it, but I will use it now. There we go, to get that. And I want to have a nice little way to get back up. So I'm going to put that there, and then put that there. So now I have like a little stairway. Now, when you are dealing with caves, it is super easy, believe it or not, to get really lost really quickly. So to signify that this is the way we came up, I'm going to put 2 torches that signal up. Okay, so it's good if you let yourself know these kinds of things, because if you get lost, you can spend a long time. Oh, I hear baddies. Okay, so we've hit some water here. This is a bit of a hassle. Oh, I see a zombie. Avast! I'm lucky we picked up that iron sword. I like it very much. Okay, so we don't really need this water here, so I'm just going to plug it up. Right click the cobblestone, and it recedes accordingly. Right, so we're just going to keep going here. Light up the way as you go. That's imperative when you're going down caves and things like that. Because if you don't light it up and you're just going through it, monsters will just keep spawning. And that is horrible. Just caves in general are not fun if you are not prepared. Because dying is not part of the game. Well, I mean, it is, but it's not part of my game, I'll tell you that. So we're just going to go ahead and gather this coal here. Looking at the corner of my eye to make sure that there aren't any creepers a-creepin'. Creepers a-creepin'. Okay, so I'm just going to climb up here. Higher we go, the less interesting ores you'll find. So I'm not too keen on exploring this cave, but it might lead to something that goes very deep, so we will check it out. We're not even finding like any ores in this cave, or monsters. Oh, so we have some plain old boring coal. Okay, so we're just gonna get this. Coal is rather common, so you will never ever, as long as you dig occasionally, you will never be in need of coal, which is good. So we're just gonna yoink all of this up, yeah. Keeping in mind that we have other things to do. Obviously, we're not doing the the farm today, because we are adventurers today. Oh, you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. I hear a slime. A slime is a rare mob that only spawns in specific depths and biomes. And it's like a little green booger cube, and you break them up, and you use these things they drop called slime balls. I didn't name it, so I don't know why they named it like that, but I don't know. I can hear it. Anyway, you use these slime balls to make sticky pistons, which is a type of redstone machinery that is very fun to use. Dang it, where is it? We'll come back for it. I have stuff to do. I'm gonna eat some steak. Okay. So we're back here, and we're gonna head the other way now. See if we can find anything cool. Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Great. Well, that was exciting. Thanks, Minecraft. Well, since we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and make this a little bit prettier. Here we go. And I will scooch this out a bit. Okay. Alright then, so we're gonna do that, and then I'll do this here. Oh, there's a cool trick you can do with gravel. So gravel conforms to gravity. As you can see, I break a block, one drops behind it. This can be quite a pain when you're trying to dig around and there are a lot of blocks of gravel. So actually, if you take a torch and you bang the bottom, and then you really quickly place the torch down, it will actually just eat up the other ones. And I'll show you. Whoop! Ta-da! So it just sits there. And this is how I do things. Because gravel is kind of a pain. Because you can mine it with a shovel if you want. But, I don't know. I think it's a little bit unnecessary. So we're just going to gather up all these torches again. Like so. Perfect. And we'll keep digging down that way. So, for next time, I will have completed this mine shaft. We'll have gathered resources, and I promise you, I promise, pinky promise. You can't see my pinkies. They're crossing, I promise. I pinky promise that I'm pinky promising. That we will start work on the farm, because we are running terribly low on food, and I'm going to get hungry soon. So thanks for watching. I've been Mason, and I will see you next time.